The Enneagram for Physicians, Type 9, the space and lesson. Pierced is the self-deceptive veil. Un-snooze the alarm that lets you be alive. This is fine, even when it isn't fine. So this is the space of the type 9. Now, what does that mean? Type 9 is a space of, we can call it harmoniousness, connectedness, and peace, of getting along with others, with the world, with everything. It is this inner and true understanding, this deep and inescapable understanding that you have this harmony with yourself, with others, with the universe, and beyond, to the very infinite external and the infinite internal. It is this harmony that cannot be taken away. Actually, a harmony that exists even when things aren't harmonious around you or inside you. A peace, even if there isn't peace. And a being fine, even when there is conflict and you are aware of that conflict. It is this acknowledging and accepting of the, whether it is the chaos, the conflict, of the disruptions in life, but still understanding beyond that, before that, beneath that, and above that, and everywhere, it is this harmony that exists regardless, in spite of, or maybe because of, these so-called disruptions. The temptation occurs when we ignore and fall asleep to these disruptions, meaning we can't be bothered by them, we retreat from them, we want to run away, we want to basically pretend that they don't exist. As in, everything's fine. What do you mean things aren't fine? It's the pretending that things are fine when they aren't. That's a temptation. Versus the truth of the type 9, understanding that everything is fine even when things aren't fine. That may be confusing or not, but that is the shortest way I can put it. The 9 space for all of us is about the wake up call. It's about that temptation to check out. As we sometimes say, we go out to lunch or we check out, or we go into a zombie like trance. When you're, let's say you're listening to a lecture, or reading a tough book or something, you're just trancing out. Like, so you read a paragraph or you watched a video, but you have no idea what you were watching or reading for the past minute, hour, whatever. You fell into this where was I kind of trance. And it's almost like this disintegration of who you are from what's going on. And the 9 lesson then is this slap, is this shock, is when you take a cold shower. I don't know if you take cold showers or go outside and it's freezing cold and you're just nervous system just goes, or that was my onomatopoeia for shivering. And it's that wake up call to check in to yourself again. It is having those aha moments that aha, I'm here, that eureka, that is that I dug up something, a treasure, a pearl, whatever that is. And it's realizing that these pearls and eurekas and ahas are not always pleasant. Uh, they don't have to be pleasant or non-pleasant. It's just that they're always there. Changes, transformations, and what's going on is abound, and it's up to us to take it and apply it to ourselves. So the space of the type 9 can be this daydreaming and escaping from reality in a non-productive way. Not saying daydreaming is bad, but it's when we make this daydreaming a constant defense mechanism to run away from accepting what is. Now, there are some circumstances when that can be healthy in the moment, right? Maybe there's a difficult circumstance, you're a child, you don't understand what's going on, and you develop this egoic structure that helps you get through it. But when we rely on that time and time and time again, it becomes a unnecessary crutch, and it's like spraining your ankle and needing a crutch. I guess it was a really bad sprained ankle. But then 3 months after, still using that crutch, or 6 months after, 3 years after, it actually doesn't hurt anymore, but for some reason you're in the crutch again. And this is the kind of daydreaming that I'm talking about that becomes a crutch and becomes a limiting factor from who we are. And that causes a disassociation. And it is not about disassociation, or that can be in a not good way for the type 9. It is not about this dissociation which can happen, but it's about this association. It's the peace even when you don't feel peaceful. It's that harmony when you feel that there isn't harmony. It's the really piercing of that self-deceptive veil. It's unsnoozing the alarm and knowing that this is fine, and this, after you acknowledge and accept that things aren't fine. This is the type 9 space on lesson. Now, this applies for all the types in different ways, actually, because all the different types have different ways of zombieing out and going to the zombie-like trance. But the way I described it in this video is the particular type 9 space, lesson, struggle, or whatever you want to call it. Now, knowing what your type is helps you navigate and pierce your veil. So if you want help finding out your type or knowing how to use the Enneagram tools for your personal development, whether it's professionally, in your career, relationships, for your business or for yourself, whatever it is, let me know. See how I can help you. If you're not part of the group already, join us at the Facebook group, The Enneagram for Physicians, or check out the website, theenneagramforphysicians.com. And check out the partner video, The Imposter Syndrome and Self-Sabotage and Intervention for the Type 9.